motor skill. Motor skill is an activity that involves voluntary muscular movement with the correct degree of muscular control. Moreover, motor skills is the use of our muscles to make our bodies move and perform the activities we want to do.
Good morning everyone, my name is Jerome Fardo Martin from BPED 2B, and now we're going to discuss about the motor skill. So now let's proceed to the topic. Motor skill, what is it? There are two ways where motor skill can be conceptualized. First, skill can be seen as tasks such as archery, billiards, and carving a turkey. And additional examples are batting a baseball, throwing a javelin, and kicking a soccer ball. And the second one is skill can also be viewed in terms of the features that distinguish higher skilled performer from lower skilled performer. For example, in dancing, if a person can perform more precise and has a proper execution of steps than the other one, his or her skills can be viewed as higher skilled performance. So remember that skills can be seen as tasks, and second one, skills can also be viewed in terms of the features. A task perspective, skill classification. One way to view the concept of skill is an act or task. There are three characteristics that have been used to classify tasks include the way the task is organized, the relative importance of motor and cognitive elements, the level of environmental predictability surrounding skill performance. Skill classified by task organization. Number 1, discrete skill, which is a task that is characterized by a defined beginning and end that often brief in duration. Example of this is free throw in basketball, where you hold the ball and then shoot it on the ring. Sometimes, discrete skill are strung together to form more complicated actions, which is the number 2. Serial skill, suggesting that the order of elements is in some sense crucial to successful performance, which means series of movement. Example of this, the triple jump, which means or a combination of hop, step, and jump. And number 3, continuous skill, are often repetitive or rhythmic in nature with ongoing stream of action flowing on for many minutes. Example of this is cycling, where you do cycling in repetitive for many minutes. Skill classified by relative importance of motor and cognitive elements. Motor skill, a skill for which a primary determinant of success is the quality of movement that the performer produces. Example, a high jumper in the sport of track and field knows exactly what to do or to jump over the bar. On the other hand, there is cognitive skill, a skill for which the primary determinant of success is the quality of performer's decision regarding what to do. Example of this is the chess game, where it matters little whether the pieces are moved quickly or smoothly. Note that a cognitive skill is one that emphasizes knowing what to do, whereas a motor skill emphasizes doing it correctly. Here is the motor cognitive skill dimension. Motor skills, where decision making minimized and motor control maximized. Examples are high jumping, weightlifting, and changing a flat tire. Let's take a look at the last part of the column. There is cognitive skills, where decision making is maximized and motor control is minimized. The examples are playing chess, cooking a meal, and coaching a sport. And last in the middle column, where some decision making and some motor control. The examples are playing quarterback, driving a race car, and walking in a busy airport terminal.
Gentile's two-dimensional classification system for physical therapy setting. To provide the physical therapy setting, we need to evaluate the patient sa pamamagitan ng pagdetermine ng appropriate activities. And because of that dimensional classification system, consider both the requirements of the action and demands of the environment. So, the possible requirements ng action consist of body transport and object manipulation. So, while environmental demands naman ay nagko-consist ng degree to which the regulatory conditions of a person. So, movements are stationary or in motion, and the extent to which the regulatory conditions are the same from one performance attempt to the next. So, in generally speaking, regulatory conditions for closed skills, example, hitting a golf ball are stationary. Then while those for open skills, example naman niya yung hitting a baseball. So, are in motion. A simplified version of Gentile system is shown in table 1.4. In this table, here are examples from action requirements to environmental demands. In action requirements, neither transport or object manipulation. Then, object manipulation only. Then, body transport only. And body transport and object manipulation. In environmental demands naman, neither regulatory variability or context variability only, regulatory variability only, both regulatory variability and context variability. Skill classified by the level of environmental activity. The other way to classify the motor skill is to determine the environment of the open skill, which is the skill performed in an environment that is unpredictable or in motion that na kinakailangan ng individual para maiangkop ang kanilang galaw to the dynamic properties of the environment. So while the other one is the closed skill, which is a skill that performed in an environment that is predictable or stationary and inaalaw ang individuals maiplano ang kanyang movements in advance. So, the essential features of open and closed skill are summarized in table 1.3.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ako po si Lester Jansi Doctor ng BPED-2B. At sa umaga pong ito ay ating pong matatalakay ang performance, proficiency perspective, and characteristics of skills performance. And sa umaga pong ito, mapag-aaralan po dito ang goal on how to win the game or give the player a sense of accomplishment and progression. So dito, din makikita natin ang mga health-related skills and skills-related components ng isang player. And sa topic na ito, ay ating ding mapag-aaralan ang tatlong characteristic of skills performance. So, let's start with higher skill performance and lower skill performance. So, we can also view the concept of motor skills in terms of the features that distinguish the higher skill performers from lower skill performers. To distinguish higher skill performers and lower skill performers, these are the things we need to observe. 1. Kinesthetic sense. 2. Anticipation. 3. Consistency. And 4. Technique. So, but before that, give a definition of each examples. Kinesthetic sense. Kinesthetic sense replies information from various sensors in the muscles and other organs that provide information about body position and movement, even correct movements mid-performance. For example, learning experience is when a child learns to use swing or to ride a bike. So, yung ibig lang sabihin dito sa kinesthetic sense, ito yung reaction of movement. Pag sinabi natin reaction of movement, ito yung pagbibigay ng information sa body natin kung paano natin ini-execute yung isang bagay. For example, kagaya nito, sabi dito, learning experience is when a child learns to use a swing or to ride a bike. So, for example na lang natin, yung pagbabike. Diba? Nung bata tayo, tayo ay natuto na nagbike sa tulak-tulak lang ng tatay natin. So, ano yung kinalabasan nun nung tayo ay nag-practice ng bike? Diba? Nagkaroon tayo doon ng reaction of movement, which is yung gawi mo or yung position. Yes, yun yung tinatawag na kinesthetic sense. That is an example of kinesthetic sense. Again, kinesthetic sense is a reaction of movement. And next is anticipation. Anticipation, ito yung skilled performer's ability to read the play or his opponent and respond accordingly. So for example, a rugby player can get idea of what direction an opponent is going or what movement he is trying to execute. Malinaw po ba sa atin yon? Ang sabi lang po dito sa anticipation, pag sinabi po nating anticipation, ito yung expectation. No? And ang ibig lang din po sabihin ng anticipation is yung nasa isang laro ka, babasahin mo yung laro. Kung paano mo liligtasan yung kalaban mo. Kung paano mo matatalo yung kalaban mo. Babasahin mo yung laro. Ngayon, gagawa ka ng ideya mo kung paano mo ibabato yung bola, kung anong direksyon ng bola na ibabato mo dun sa kalaban. This is an anticipation. Again, anticipation, ito yung expectation. Kung paano mo ibabato yung bola, kung ano yung direksyon ng bola, kung paano mo siya binato, para mabasa mo yung laro sa larangan ng paglalaro, kung ano yung sports na lalaroin mo. This is an example of anticipation. And next is consistency. Consistency refers to the skilled performer repeating good performance. And the example of consistency ay si Kobe Bryant. Yes, kilala natin si Kobe Bryant. Siya ang isang basketballista na sikat noon pa man. Diba? So, pag sinabi natin consistency is his way of acting. No? Example na lang, si Kobe Bryant nga, sabi natin, diba? Sikat siya sa pagbabasketballista. Ano yung nakikita sa kanya? Bakit siya yung isa sa example ko? Kasi, yung paglalaro niya, hindi niya binabago. Which is yung skills, yung style ng paglalaro niya, hindi nababago. Yun yung tinatawag na consistency. And the last is technique. So, technique refers to the technical aspects of skills execution. For example, yung triple jump. Yes. This is an example of technique. Pag sinabi natin technique, ito yung strategy. Pakitandaan po, technique is strategy. Yes. Ang example po dito ay triple jump. Why? Bakit? Kasi 'di ba, para ma-target mo yung goal mo doon sa dulo, kasi tatalon ka, 'di ba? Paano 'yon? Paano mo mata-target yung goal mo doon, 'di ba? Sa triple jump, hoop, jump, 'di ba 'yun yung ginagawa para ma-target mo yung goal mo? So, this is an example of technique, yung hoop and jump. Yes. So, next, let's turn to the definition of skills proposed by the psychologist R. Gautier, 1952. So, 3 of the essential features of skills behavior. Okay. Tandaan po natin, ang nag-propose po ng definition of skills ay si R. Gautier. And siya din yung nag-propose ng 3 essential features of skilled behavior. So, mamaya po matatakal natin yung essential features of skilled behavior, kung ano yung mga ito. So, bago po yan, unahin muna natin kung ano yung definition ng skill according to Gottray. And sabi niya dito, skill is the ability to bring about some end result with maximum certainty and minimum outlay of energy. This is according to Gottray. Na ang ibig sabihin ng skills dito sa sinasabi niya. And this is the three essential features of skill. Maximum certainty, goal achievement. Ang ibig sabihin ng maximum certainty goal achievement, ito yung able to meet the performance goal and or end result. For example, might throw a dart in the bullseye of a target, but action by itself does not ensure that those people are skilled dart players. Naunawaan po natin? Pag sinabi po maximum certainty goal achievement, ito yung target goal mo. Kung paano mo matatarget yung dapat ay matarget mo doon sa paglalaro mo. For example, ito nga yung throw a dart. Kahit hindi ka gagalingan sa paglalaro ng dart, di ba ang gusto mong matarget doon sa goal mo is yung bullseye. This is an example of maximum certainty goal achievement. Okay? Pag sinabi po nating maximum certainty goal achievement, in short, ito yung target goal. Okay, so next is minimum energy of expenditure. So, second skill proficiency is the minimization and occasionally conservation of the energy. Example, yung shot put. Diba? Hindi ka naman magbabato ng bola ng shot put nang wala kang lakas. Kasi, paano mo ibabato yung bola ng shot put? Ang bigat nun kung wala kang lakas. So, ang kailangan mo doon is mag-reduce ng lakas sa una. Magbawas ka muna ng lakas sa una. And then, para mabato mo yung bola, dapat nakapag-ipon ka na ng lakas mo. Kasi, ang kailangan sa shot put is yung lakas mo to force the ball. Kung paano mo maibabato yung shot put ng malayo. Kasi yun yung goal mo eh, 'di ba? Yung pagbato ng bola ng shot put doon sa malayo. So, in short, minimum energy of expenditure, in short, ito yung balance of movement and force. So, next is minimum movement time. So, this is third quality of skills proficiency, is the reduced time in which the goal is achieved. So, like for example, swimming, sprinters in track, and cycling. Dito naman po, ang ibig sabihin ng minimum movement time ay yung pahinga mo para sa pagsabak mo sa pangalawang round. To continue your goal, to achieve your yung kailangan mong i-achieve doon sa paglalaro nun. And in short, minimum movement time, ito yung resting for conserving energy. So, isa dito, yung example natin is yung swimming nga, sprinters. Halimbawa na lang, nagpa-perform si teacher ng sprinter sa track. So, nayari ka na doon sa first round. Sa second round, magsiswimming kayo. Ano yung gagawin mo? 'Di ba? Kailangan mo magpahinga dahil kailangan mo mag-ipon ng lakas for second round. Yun yung minimum movement time. In short, ito yung resting for conserving energy. And bago po matapos at liwanagin lang po natin ang lahat ng ito. So, to distinguish higher skilled performers and lower skilled performers, meron tayong 4 na examples. This is kinesthetic sense, anticipation, consistency, and technique. Pag sinabi natin kinesthetic sense, ito ay yung reaction movement. And pag sinabi natin anticipation, ito yung expectation, yung paggawa niya, kung paano mo maliligtasan yung kalaban mo, kung paano mo mababasa yung laro, kung paano mo ibabato yung bola ng may direksyon, and consistency, ito naman yung way of acting, ito yung hindi mo pagbabago ng kasanayan mo sa paglalaro, at hindi mo din binabago yung style mo sa paglalaro, and technique naman, ito yung strategy. And So, yan sa natin tatandaan yung sinabi ni Guthrie na ang skills is the ability to bring about some end result with maximum certainty and minimum outlay of energy. And sa kanya din nanggaling yung 3 essential features of skills. Ano yon? Ito ay ang mga maximum certainty goal achievement, minimum energy of expenditure, and minimum movement time. Pag sinabi nating maximum certainty goal achievement, ito yung target goal. Pag sinabi naman nating minimum energy to expenditure, ito yung balance of movement and force. And minimum movement naman, ito yung resting for conserving energy. So, your reporter for today, I am Lester Jancy Doctor from BPED 2B, and thank you. I hope you have more knowledge acquired to this lesson. And sabi nga ni Robert Jen, when you serve your passion, proficiency gradually takes over and becomes habitual. And that will be all for today. Thank you.